Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Yours truly, Will, and he's back in the building. He is back in the building. Travis, what's going on, my guy?
Man. Just doing what I do, man. Just doing what I do.
I know that's right, man. You know, I always got to have the fam on, you know what I'm saying, part of the Mark and Will team. So, man, I'm glad you was able to join me today. So, how's your day been going, man? How's work and everything, brother?
Everything's been good, man. Could be busier, I guess. I mean, I stay busy because I do a lot around there anyway, but could be busier, man. I think I'm going next week. I get a little mini vacation.
Oh, you doing something? Are you
Yeah,
doing
I'm going.
something?
I'm going to Texas to see my oldest and my grandkids.
Okay, Grandpa. Yeah, that's good stuff.
I know, right? I'm excited, man.
That's good though.
I
That
got a
is,
fresh brand new one. I ain't touched yet. I
I
gotta go touch it.
seen. Yeah, I seen.
Yeah, man.
And the good thing is though, man, you know what I'm saying? Family ain't nothing like family. So you make sure you tell Jason and the kiddos and all that stuff like I said hello.
Will do.
That's big time. And before we get into a lot of good stuff, man, tell them about. You better get one of these, man. Some of this Mac stuff, baby. How can they? Where is the store located? And tell them exactly about the store for me, my brother.
So here's what you got to do. You got to go to Tech Reach Store. I got it right here on the shirt.
Tech
Tech Reach
Resort.
Store. It's on 4036 Taylorsville Road, same shopping plaza as TJ Maxx. So if you know where TJ Maxx is on Taylorsville Road, that's where we are. We sell Macs, we sell PCs, we sell iPads. We also repair. So if you have anything you need to have repaired, come see me. And I'm saying I'll take care of you. Trust me. And if it ain't repairable, I will tell you. I'm not trying to take your money. I will tell you if it's not even worth repairing. But at the same time, we'll get you together.
He's not lying, man. You better get you one of those. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah, he speaks from experience.
yeah, yes, sir. My whole studio is just like that. So you know what I'm saying. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys, without a doubt, go ahead and do that, man. For real, for real.
Right. Yeah. So hey man, what's up with them polls, man?
Hey, I'm glad you asked because today is
Yeah.
the day where everybody get an opportunity to vote. Players of the week. We got offense and defense. And and real quick, man, I just want to go ahead and hit about that because, we started this some years, you know what I'm saying, Mark and Will. So we did this is about 2.5 years. We started out with just the local and then we grew it to the state, you know what I'm saying? And, the local stuff was cool, but it wasn't, people wasn't voting. People wasn't getting it, you know what I'm saying? Because the local people would it's so many high schools in the city of Louisville that I don't like that school. I'm not voting. Even though Travis got 200 rushing yards and 5 TDs, I'm not voting. And be like, hold on, man, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? This kind of stuff like that. Because let me back up. First we was picking them, then we wanted to give everybody opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much I go through the stats, I get the nominations. It's got to catch my eye. You know what I'm saying? It's got to catch my eye before you even get on the poll situated. So all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Let me do state. I didn't realize it was 1,000 counties and schools.
Oh yeah.
Right. It was 1,000 of them. So I was like, man, this criteria's got to be a little different. So it's like, okay, you got to win. It's easy to put Bobo and everybody on there for 1,000. They team lost. So okay, let's cut that out. So let's go ahead and do, let's go ahead and do the winners. And then I got to go through. And I mean, this is caught on like wildfire, man. I mean, especially we started on Twitter. Now it's on Twitter and Facebook, and it's off the chain. And hey, shout out to the counties because they vote for their kiddos. I'm trying to get the 502 to vote, even if your cousin, your uncle, rah, anyone like that didn't get on there, still look at it. Now, people like, hey, my gosh, it's this many people. Well, you know what? It's about 1,000 high schools and stuff like that. It seems like it's not 1,000.
Right.
Just saying. But it's a lot of people that deserve the recognition. And being that I'm a former Bulldog, I'm a Mile High, it's a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? I was very fortunate to get Player of the Week several times, and I played with some partners, but I played with some people who did not get the recognition. So this is my opportunity, my chance to give back and give these kids who deserve a recognition a opportunity. And, okay, everybody on the poll, to my eye, deserves to be the winner of the Marking Wheel. So that means, okay, go ahead and vote. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on. So, man, we enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy my weekend doing that. Would love to have nominations, so you can go ahead and nominate some people by Sunday, 4 p.m. Make sure you have the stats. I don't want to hear around the way stats. You know what I'm saying? I think Travis had about 100 yards and 7 TDs, and Travis only had 20 yards and 0 TDs. I'm not going to do that. We'll double check without a doubt. But we love what we do. You know what I'm saying? We love to go ahead. It's all about these kiddos. It's not about you. It's about these kiddos. So if you got to take time to go through this poll and look at it, do it. Microwavable society. You know, hey, it ain't going to hurt for you 2-3 minutes to look at something and say, hey, I'm going to go with this person that looks good. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, holler at your boy. I'll break it down to you because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, you go ahead and comment. I'll definitely comment back with you. I ain't got no problem with that. I love to socialize. That's why I do the show. I love to talk, baby. But now, make sure you guys vote. That's on the Facebook page. That's on the Facebook group, which is hitting 9,000 members for the group. The Facebook page got over 5,100. Go ahead and follow, like. Go on Twitter, vote. Hey, both those votes, votes counts towards the winner. So go ahead and do that, man. Thank you for asking me that. And let's get the rocking and rolling. Look, this is where I'm saying. This is where you're going to find us at the Marking Wheel Show. Twitter, which is X, Facebook, TikTok, you don't stop, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. We got to see what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with the game. We got to get that back on par, see what's going on. We got the group, like I said, and we got the page, we got the website, we got all that stuff going. Let's see who we got here. What's up, D? What's going on? Good evening. I gotta get with T-Rock to remind him about something that's going down. Good evening, Shannon. How you doing, sis? How's everybody doing? So that's where you're gonna go ahead and find us and take it out, man. Let's go ahead and get into your favorite sport. No, let me back up. Let's do it this way. We haven't done it this while, and I know you're going to bring it like you always do, my brother.
Got you.
Wrestling. What's going on in the wrestling world, baby?
All right. So, it's actually some interesting things that happened actually last week. So, WWE is now no longer owned by Vince McMahon.
Okay.
It is owned by Endeavor now. Endeavor is also the same company that owns UFC. So a lot of changes have gone through, more or less. A lot of wrestlers have gotten released due to this. They typically do annual releases a couple times a year anyway. But not just wrestlers, but front office people were let go as well because of this. He ended up selling them to Endeavor for like $5 billion. And so he's still involved, but he's no longer the owner.
Okay. Is he going to still be the face of it?
No. No. After that scandal he had, he's not going to be the face of it like he once was. Basically, Triple H is more or less in charge of what you see that comes on the product on TV.
Okay.
Right. Stephanie, she was involved, but they have another guy, Nick Khan, who's the president and stuff like that. They have all the bases covered, but Triple H is basically an executive now, and that's anytime he's in charge of creative, which is all the stuff that you see on TV.
Okay.
But on top of that, let's see, AEW. They actually have a show coming up here very soon. It's November 1. It's going to be at the Yum. I'll be at that show.
Okay.
Paid entirely way too much money for these tickets, but
You already got them.
yeah. I'm pretty close to the ring, and the main reason why I got him is because this other guy that likes wrestling too. One of his buddies is a wrestler,
Okay.
and he's working on a contract to get from to work with the AEW. A lot of those guys coming from the OVW. If you're familiar with the show on Netflix now, Wrestlers,
Right.
and some of those people are from there. So all the more reason to go check it out. Will I do that again? Probably not. It's a once in a lifetime kind of situation, what I mean? And I was like, why not? I mean? I went to Lexington to do it. Might as well do it here too. So, but moreover, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, on the next pay per view coming up for WWE is coming up here real soon, and you knew it was the turning point in WWE as far as ownership and all that because John Cena was there. He made an
Okay.
appearance. So The Rock showed up for the show. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Because also, if you didn't think about it, it was also in Denver, Colorado. So he had other things going on while he was there. We could talk about that later.
Yeah.
But
And we will.
yeah. So he made an appearance, and then because there's talks about him being in a WrestleMania match against his cousin Roman Reigns. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, more or less, man, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? As far as big news,
Right.
nothing
Right.
particular is happening. But yeah,
That's big enough, man. Hey, appreciate you. Definitely need to get back in the swing of things on that and see what's going on. But now, let's get into your favorite sport. Major League Baseball scoreboards news. I want to go ahead and talk about Sunday, September 24th. The Nationals in Game 1 doubleheader beats the Braves. Boo 3-2. Braves follow up in the Game 2 with an 8-5 win. Blue Jays beat the Rays 9-5. Diamondbacks beat Yankees. Oh my God, 7-1. White Sox beat the Red Sox 3-2. Orioles win over Guardians 5-1. Marlins beat the Brewers 6-1. Reds on the radio 4. Pirates 2. Twins 9. Angels 3. Royals beat the Astros 6-5. Cubs beat the Rockies 4-3. Rangers beat the Mariners 9-8. Tigers beat the A's 2-0. Good shutout. Padres 12. Cardinals 2. Phillies 5. Mets 2. Dodgers beat the Giants 3-2. Today, September the 25th. Light schedule. The NFL is on. So the Yankees in a makeup game won 6-4 of the Diamondbacks. And then later on, we have the Rangers at the Angels, Astros at the Mariners, Padres at the Giants. Real quick, we got a lot of teams that's done clinched and different stuff in the league. So in the American League, you got the Orioles and the Rays that has clinched. You also got the Twins. You got the Rangers in Houston and Mariners battling it out, try to see who's going to win the West. National League East, you got the mighty Braves that has clinched and has 100 wins already. Also, the Brewers and the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, San Diego, the Giants, Cubs, the Reds, and the Marlins and Philly all fighting for wild card spots. So this is time. October is when it's going to be. It's the playoffs time, so we're going to see what's going on and definitely we'll check that out. Next up, let's do a little bit WNBA, get caught up in that. Haven't done that in a minute. Want to go ahead. We've been doing all kinds of stuff. Let's see what the deal. We have some games. We had some playoff games yesterday, the 24th, September the 24th. You had the Suns beat the Liberty 78-63 in the semifinals, game 1. And then you had the Aces, which, my goodness, beat the Wings 97-83 in game 1. It's very interesting because, everybody knew that the Aces was rocking and rolling, been rocking and rolling all year, but the Liberty came back and made it good. So I think everybody pretty much wants thank the Aces and Liberty, with Stewie and Wilson going at it. But who knows, man? Who knows? It's good to get that rocking and rolling. I know we talked about it before on this show that, trying to figure out how can we get more fan support for that. They kind of called in the season that after NBA and really want to get it away before NFL gets cooking, which NFL cooks week 1. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. People was talking about, They can't do it because of the NFL. Well, college basketball, even though college basketball is different and women and
Mhm.
men, I don't know, man. I mean, because to me that they don't play enough game, but I get it though.
Right.
The crunch time.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's it's just I don't know what anyone can do to make it. Because I've given it some thought. I just could never come up with anything to make it like make sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know. It's just I feel like I love the women's game.
Right.
I do. But you end up talking to a lot of people that don't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got comedians out here. You know what I'm saying talking bad about it, which doesn't encourage more people to watch the product.
Right. Right.
So what I'm saying, they've been around for a long time.
Long
You know what I mean?
time.
And so you feel like at some point, like they have to break even.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
You can't be on that long and not break even after what have been like over 10 years now?
way over. Yeah. Yeah. We're
Yeah,
talking about with the comments and all that. Yeah, you're right. And let me piggyback with you on that because to me it's like it's stagnant. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's just like you said, like, what are we doing here? At first you had a lot of those NBA owners that own those teams and try to promote it. Then it's like, okay, teams is it's not enough teams because
Right.
you having people who get drafted in the first round that don't make the teams.
Right.
Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it. You can say, well, why you make more teams because they ain't making that? But like, either you sit on the pot or get off the pot.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, where's the marketing money going? You know what I'm saying? They're really good, and the NBA is notorious for this too. They're pushing individuals,
Right.
right? But they're not well at pushing the actual product itself,
Right.
right? Because most of your NBA guys are larger than life anyway, right? But WNBA's got to be a little different, right? You have to push the product, and
Right.
the players will come. So at some point, you got to put money into it. You know what I'm saying? Great, I get to see Sabrina and all these people in commercials and all that. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care if she could shoot a three from half court and drain it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you have to be able to push it.
Right. Right.
Marketing money's second.
Got to do something, man, because I mean, you can ask somebody right now, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to watch the women college basketball team versus a WNBA team? And I bet you 90% is going to say the college.
Right, right. But
You know
you
what I'm
think, yeah,
saying?
you think that's regional? Like I'm pretty sure that'd be like it here, but without West Coast.
Well, hey, they love UCLA. They love Cal. They got some book programs. They love Stanford. Stanford's a Final Four. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, and then we know we got down south, with LSU and Texas and things like that. I just think, and UConn's on the east. So I just think it's just, I just don't think it's enough. And I get it
right.
because they probably like, why are we going to put money into something that we don't trust or believe in? That has to be it, right? They're like, I'm not going to waste no more money on this, which is, it's a sad thing, but it is a
Well,
reality.
women's college basketball kind of hurt itself, if you really want to think about it, because it was so top heavy for so many years that now that other teams are coming in, it's starting to branch out a little bit more. But when you got your UConn win 20 years in a row, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm
But
not gonna
see,
watch it.
But see, that's a difference because people were watching to see if they're gonna lose, right? They was watching because before UConn was Tennessee, so it was
Right,
easier for ESPN to go ahead and throw all that money on UConn, Tennessee, Stanford. Who was gonna do this? Because at the end of the day, people like to see the best of the best, right?
right,
And I'm with you. I think now that since it's spread out with the transfer portal and all this kind of stuff, I think it's a better product. I think
right.
it's more people's watching it, right? I'm with you on
Yeah,
that. I really think because it's like, oh, we got a chance. Why should I go cheer for Cincinnati and I know they're gonna get smacked by 50 against Tennessee or UConn. Well, now it's not like that, So I'm with you. I just think they hitched kind of like maybe maybe the WNBA should have did that with Houston Comets, the Sparks, and just promote the heck out of them. That to make them like the rock star that they are, and then get behind it type stuff. I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I got you. I got you though. All right, man. Let's get into some football. You had over the weekend. You had Louisville 56, Boston College 28. I actually was at this game. Louisville had 56 at the end of the third quarter. I'm going for 70, man. I'm going for 70. I'm hoping for 70, but it didn't come that way. But real quick, you had Jack Plummer who had his best day. He was 18 for 21, 388 yards, 5 TDs. He was throwing that thing. Jawan Jordan, 18 carries, 134 yards, 2 TDs. Amari Higgins-Bruce emerged. 3 catches, 110 yards, 2 TDs. Jawan Jordan, man, he's ridiculous. 1 catch, 75 yards, a TD. Jamari Thrash, 5 catches, 71 yards, 1 TD. I mean, it was just the who's on the offense. It reminded me back when John L. and Petrino, and then Petrino the first time he was here, 1.0, and Braun was there. Hope you can outscore us, because this is not the Boston College that everybody was like, oh man, that Boston College played Florida State tough. They should have won. Well, it was no doubt about this one. I don't know if you worked, or did you get to see this? What's your thoughts on this?
I did both. I worked and watched it. Parts that I could. Obviously, I really liked it. It was very much enjoyable game to watch. BC secondary just got torched.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This man threw long balls all down the field, man. It's just like, you might as well just play your guy in the end zone at this point. I mean, y'all getting torched.
Right.
But it was kind of not surprising at the same time. Although Plummer played quite well, I still feel like, he's very cool and relaxed in the pocket, and sometimes that kind of worries me a little bit. But overall, man, it was a damn good game. Obviously, the defense has got some things to shore up.
Oh yeah, you can't give up that many points.
Yeah, not to them. I don't want to get in a shootout with anybody.
Right.
So, but the defense got to shore some things up. But overall, man, I thought it was, everybody had a good day. The offense looked dialed in.
Right.
Plummer actually didn't have a run a lot, so he actually got to sit in the pocket and watch plays develop.
Right.
So
it was good. It was good. Costello or whatever the quarterback for.
Castanalo.
Yeah. He's all right though, man. He's all right. He's all right. I give it to him. They gonna win their first share of games. They're not gonna face the offensive minded genius as Mr. Brom. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't care? Who's trying to put 60 spots on anybody he can? So he decided to settle for 50 piece. That was cold. No, that was good. I just think my issue is I'm gonna need somebody to be that second string quarterback. I'm just not sold on old boy. I'm having nightmares. I'm just hoping Jack stays upright, because if old boy's the backup quarterback, I don't know about that.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know about that. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Jets fans.
Woo! Wait.
Yeah. I feel you, though. It's not going to be a good look.
Right. Big Blue decided they want to go ahead and take care of business of Vanderbilt, 45-28. The running back came. Mr. Ray Davis was at Vanderbilt last year, so I was thinking he's gonna have about 2,000-3,000 yards. Well, they kind of held him in check. Kentucky won this in the first quarter, 21-0 in the first quarter. Right. Interceptions and all this kind. AJ Swan for Vanderbilt had 3 interceptions. Come on, man. How'd you let him stay in the game to attempt 40 passes? Right, I don't care if I had the water boy in there. You're gonna be in there running the ball or whatever. Let's stop this bleeding. Devin Leary for Kentucky, 15 for 29, 205, 1 TDs, 2 interceptions. This, I know this was, supposed to be the saving grace. Dude didn't play last year. Dude was hurt, so maybe he still got a lot of rust on him. I mean, he had a decent year the year before. You know what I'm saying? He was okay at NC State. Did some things. Offense was humming, but dude got to turn it on, man. Now the schedule gets kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having 2 interceptions against Vanderbilt. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's not good. Barian Brown, 4 catches, 105 yards. Like I said, Ray Davis, 17 carries, 78 yards, 2 TDs. Right now, Kentucky's 4-0, 1-0 in the conference. They had to, Florida comes to Lexington, so we'll see what's going on. Florida's not the Florida we know that we grew up on, but they still a top 25 team, so this would be a good test to see where Kentucky's at.
Right, exactly. Agreed. And it sure as hell's better than being beat by Vanderbilt again.
Like last year. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Hey, what happened? You lose, you go get their running back. Running back, everybody 1,000 yards on them. Hey, man. Do you really want to be down there? Come on, man. We done put a couple of guys in the league. You can come on and be. But Ray Davis is okay. He's not like that, though. You know what I'm saying? He's okay. He's not like that. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Speaking of you got to do what you got to do, Oregon, 42. Colorado, 6. They've been the talk of the town. Colorado, everybody's been talking about them, wanting to see and all this kind of stuff like that. But I knew that once they lost, I don't know. I didn't know. I had Oregon winning. I'm not gonna lie, I had Oregon winning, but I knew that the Wolves was waiting for them.
Oh yeah,
waiting for them. Which we all knew that. And I want to read some of these stats real quick before I let you chime in. I got a question to ask you about this game real quick in this period. Shedeur Sanders, 23 for 33, only 159 yards, 1 TD. They've only had a total of 40 yards rushing as a team. That's pretty much their stats. I mean, I'm just going to be real. They ran into a team that's been recruiting top 10 talent for the past 10 years or more. 15, 20. I mean, they've been in the top 25, top 20 recruits, so they got their studs already. And we know with the NIL deal, we know who backs Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, big time. So, they can get whatever they want. So, I mean, they was just laying in the bushes. When you face them as far as Colorado and you have no depth, this is the kind of team that you don't want to face, but you got to face because it's in your league. But let me ask you this, man. Have you become one of those people to follow Mr. Prime Time to see what he's doing? And do you think he deserves all the backlash that he's getting for being himself? He's being prime time, and he's drawing a lot of attention to Colorado, which is good. That it's not the Alabamas and everybody that we're used to seeing getting all the love and attention.
Right. Do I follow him? No. Now I might catch him on a TikTok or.
No, I'm talking about the team. Did you find yourself watching the team because of him and his stuff that he's doing?
I mean, I would peek in. You know what I'm saying? It's for me. It's it's not that big a deal. And because Prime is, like you just said, Prime is being Prime. Should he be getting the backlash? No. He is. That's who he is. And if you haven't figured that out over the last 30 years, then something is wrong with you.
Right.
For real. I mean, this man went from like wearing gold chains, jerry curls, running up and down the field, running around the diamond, talking this stuff, to coaching young men, still talking this stuff. I mean, there's no difference in what he did, then than what he's doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that maybe the only difference, let me tell you that, only difference I think, he's giving, their structure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's giving these guys structure, and he's, and he's treating them like young men. You know what I'm saying? It's not like football players. You know what I mean? But I don't think he should be getting a backlash. I mean, he didn't get that backlash being the same who he was at Jackson State.
Right.
He didn't get that backlash when he was coaching that high school football team.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a double edged sword for him. You know what I'm saying? You lose. You know what I'm saying? You get backlash. You win. You get backlash. It is what
True.
it is.
True. And I just love, like I said, that it's my dog. You know what I'm saying, Dion. But like you said, I love how you said that it's structured because everybody just thinks, hey, this is willy nilly. No, he's got he's got coaches, he's got structures. He's got something that he wants to do for these kiddos, and he said it. Hey, you better get me now. That kind of stuff like that because he's gonna be able to go to some mom and dad's home and talk to them and everybody know about him because he's been relevant. Even when he retired from football, had his own show. He's doing this. He's doing endorsements. Dude makes more money off endorsements than he does at Colorado, so it really makes no difference. Like he can go anywhere and he's gonna bring players. Not saying he's gonna win a championship, but he's gonna bring players. That's for sure because everybody's gonna want to play for him, right? And that's because he's him. And the parents can say, "Oh my gosh, that's Deion Sanders. I remember, woo woo," and he's that guy. And I mean, hats off to them. And hey, they're gonna take some more losses and bumps and bruises. You just keep going. I mean, this is sports. Come on, man. Yeah, it is what it is. And like you said, the backlash. It's you always have haters. I mean, that's what it is.
Exactly. It's a situation, man. It's just all silly, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the way media works these days. So.
Right. Speaking of it is what it is. The National Football League. Let's go on and hit it. Y'all see the scores and different stuff at the bottom of the screen scrolling. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Thursday night debacle. 49ers 30, the Giants 12. I'm gonna say this, man. The 49ers, they have not missed a beat. They are right now. If you Super Bowl right now, they ready. You know what I'm saying? They don't, they are ready. Yes, they got a little bumps and bruises, but this team is built for the Super Bowl. I mean, how much it bothers me to even hate to say this, but if you can't watch and see that them dudes are different, like I said, man, that's equivalent to following for high school sports, and you got 10 returning starters on defense and 9 on offense. They're going to be humming. It don't take too much. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They got the quarterback back and everybody, they know. Yes, they lost a few things, but they are ready to rock and roll. Am I surprised they knocked the snot out of the Giants? Hell no.
As you should be.
Hell no. Brock Purdy, this is probably his first 300-yard game. He had 310 yards, 2 TDs. McCaffrey that was the steal of the steal. McCaffrey fits that system like no other. 85 yards rushing, 1 TD. You know what I'm saying? Debo, 6 catches, 129. I mean, it makes no difference. This is a plug-and-play offense. I love Debo Samuels. Yak, I mean, he didn't even play, but you can get somebody else and they still going to do it.
Right.
Pretty much, man. What's your thought on the 49ers early this season, man?
I like them. I like them a lot, actually. You know what I mean? It's like you said, man, they girl had me cussing. They look really good. They look really good. Like next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was impressive, man. I didn't even watch all the game, but I was just sitting there like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, which team would do that?
Right.
It was impressive, man. They look very good. They look very good. And I don't like to say that either.
That's right. What's up, Mom? How you doing?
Hey, Mom.
You right, man. I mean, hey, hats off, dude. This stay healthy. That's the whole name of the game.
Yep.
All right, let's get rocking and rolling. Colts 22, Ravens 19 in overtime. My goodness. Odell Beckham did not play in this game. Neither did Richardson, the quarterback for the Colts, but Mishaw, dude, 27-44, 227 yards, 1 TD. He is him and Brissett are the ideal backup quarterbacks, dude, because they'll win some games for you, dude, without a doubt. Zach Moss had 122 yards. Lamar Jackson, 22 for 31, 202 yards. He had 101 yards rushing, 2 TDs. I don't know when's the last time he had that many rushing yards. He didn't, I know he's been hurt and stuff like that, but normally he's been getting 70 yards, 50, stuff like that. So he had to use his legs because Gus Edwards only 51 yards. Zay Flowers, 48 yards receiving. Like I said, no Odell Beckham. You got all this stuff, and you really have nothing right now. I really think that we won't see the true dynamic of this offense probably until probably about week 7, week 6. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time, man. I mean, big time. And what's your thoughts on this game? Great win by the Colts.
It was a great win. It was a really good game. So, like, I know he's working with a new dude
Right.
and all that stuff, and they're trying to get him to be the best, person he can be. And obviously, the idea is have him, sit in the pocket and throw the ball. I just feel like I don't know. I don't. He's the tight end. I don't know why his name is escaping me right now.
Andrews.
Andrews, thank you. Yeah, he should be getting the ball a lot more. You know what I mean? I like Zay. I think he's tough. You know what I'm saying? Very shifty. Kid's good. Kid's very good. But they should be making more plays to get Andrews open. So at least it kind of opens him up in the throwing game a little bit. You know what I mean? And maybe some other folks can get up. It's kind of like the, equivalent to like, like my team. You know what I mean? Now, granted, he gets open, but they need to make plays to get Andrews open. You know what I mean? Just to get it down the field a little bit.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if even if OBJ had played this game, I don't know if he'd have made any difference, quite frankly.
I don't think he's healthy, to be honest. And the thing about it is, everybody knows that his Lamar Jackson security blanket was Andrew. So it may be where, I need to try to spread it around a little bit more. Like, dude, if they can't stop Andrew, it needs to look like KC and Kelsey. Make them come down with 2 people on him. And then, like I said, you got Aguilar and you got Bateman and all these other dudes. They didn't do anything. Now, I know the weather was bad and I understand rain and stuff, but I'm going to say this. They did have 2 offensive linemen out, whatever, but you can't lose this game at home. You can't lose this game at home. I think it's a good win for the Colts and bad loss for the Ravens. Speaking of good wins, my goodness. The Browns 27, Titans 3. The Browns rebounded big time. You know what I'm saying? To get this win. But, you did play against a tight end as a quarterback, Tannehill. He's a step above talcum powder for the Saints. But Deshaun Watson, great game, man. 289 yards, 2 TDs. They running. They don't have no running game yet, but Hunt is. They got to work him in. I know he had 5 carries, only 13 yards, but I like some Hunt. But I love some Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, 116 yards, 1 TD. That was probably one of the worst deals that my team did to get rid of him big time. DeAndre Hopkins, only 48 yards. I mean, to me, he's a possession receiver right now. He's not the same. King Henry is he done? 11 carries, 20 yards. Last game, he had 75 yards. But I can't blame him though, right? Because for the past 2 to 3 years, whatever, you've been running him like I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but you've been running him into the ground. Let's put it that way. You've been running him to the ground 2,000. Dude, that takes a toll. Is he done? What's your thoughts on the Browns, man? Great win, Browns.
I didn't get to watch a lot of this game. But the parts that I did watch, I really liked on the defense. He is Garrett.
Oh, Myles Garrett, yeah, he's nasty.
Yeah, dude. Did you see? I don't know if you saw it, but did you see like anytime he would move, they were moving with him pretty much. So like they put 2 tight ends on one side where he was at, then he wandered to the other side, and those 2 tight ends and go to the other side. It's just like, yeah, that's when you disruptive. You know what I mean? So you're already in their heads. So 3 points is all you're going to get at this point. You know what I mean? I'm in your head now. It's over.
Right.
It's over. So
you got to
I like to credit the defense on a lot of that win.
You got to disguise a little bit. You got to put a tight end on each side and then have a running back, a fullback, or something to chip him. because
Right.
whatever you did didn't work. And then what he's gonna do when he stand right over the center because they move him around. So like
Right.
that's stupid. Anyway, he had 3.5 sacks,
Exactly.
so it didn't work.
At
It did.
all.
It didn't work. This right here has to be the most embarrassing game yesterday. Uh,
There you go.
Dolphins 70. Sorry, Dolphins fans 70. Broncos 20. Hey, all the Dolphins fans, Buck, Lawan, Bump, congratulations. This right here, this is not even funny, man. I mean, this was Madden, like PlayStation, Madden type stuff. Like what is going on? Like, how do y'all let that happen? Do you even care? Like, there's no way the defense cared because no one gets 70 points in the league. No
Nobody.
one. And to me, not only did you quit on your team, you quit on yourself, right? Because there's no way, man. And this is the funny thing. Let me do these stats. Tua, of course, 309, 4 TD. This dude, when he's standing up right, he's healthy, he's a problem. He is a problem. People don't want to give him his due. Dude is like that. When he was upright last year, he was killing. He just kept on getting banged his head, but the offense line was garbage. Dude is like that. Now, you want to hear some Madden stats? Devon Akane, 18 carries, 203. 203 yards rushing, 2 TDs. Raheem Mostert, 13 carries, 82 yards, 3 TDs. Some backup named Chris Brooks, 66 yards. They had 350 yards, right? 350 on the ground, 376 over 700 total offense. My gosh, everybody had a TD. Tyreek Hill, Chosen, Mostert had another receiving. Devon Akane had 2. Dude, this is sickening. This is really sickening. I'm at the point now where, as a sickening Cowboys fans for what we did, and I'll talk about that shortly, I'm looking like, can we go ahead and get Patrick Sartain? Because they're going to be getting rid of players. Because Sean Payton is going to blow that team up.
Yep.
And last time I checked, they've been having some good defense for a while for the Broncos. Dude, when you quit, I don't even know if I want you on my team, man. Because this is the correct when they have 5 rushing TDs and over 3, dude, you done quit, man. This is the if you woke up today and missed yesterday and you saw that score, you would thought that Tyreek had about 7 TDs itself and 400 yards. Yeah, he had 157 yards, which is great, but 1 TD. Everybody get you, man. What's your thoughts on this crap?
Exactly that. Exactly that, dude. I don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled to death that the Dolphins fans have something to cheer about.
Right.
And I really do. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, at some point, play with pride.
Thank you.
You have to play with pride. I don't care what you're playing, but you have to play with pride. And the fact that you let this happen, and if they could even sleep that night, you don't need to be on the team. You really don't need to be on the team. There's no way if I was on that team that I could even go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'd be the first one to do anything. I'd be doing drills. Something's going to have to happen. You know what I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, it wasn't just the players. Apparently, the coaches didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody did. Nobody. There's no way. Nobody. And you're right. And I mean, I would probably pull a Bobby Knight, find your way home. I know y'all got money. Everybody's paid on this team, but y'all ain't riding whatever we taking. I don't want you on here, bro. Like y'all suck that bad, bro.
Doing no looks. Two-way doing no looks. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Comedy. The funniest thing out of this whole thing was the Broncos got beat by their former ball boy. That was a funny thing. Hey, do your thing, and I love it. But it gets tougher. It gets tougher. Dolphins, congratulations. Go ahead, like you said, fans, enjoy that. Do what you got to do. Oh, Patriots 15 and the Jets 10. This is one of the games that I thought maybe Mr. Wilson could go ahead and probably win this one. Get this going for him. But He kind of let me down. Mac Jones, 201 yards, 1 TD. Zeke had 80 yards, no TDs. They had 157 yards rushing, 201 as far as passing. Zach Wilson is not it, man. I'm just going to say that. That defense is a powerhouse. Powerhouse. All you got to do is be able to manage the offense. You have one of the best receivers in Garrett Wilson. Dude is nasty. He's filthy. Can't get him the ball. Not good, man. Not good. You got Brees Hall, who's a monster. You got Dalvin Cook, who can get you a explosive play, but you don't have a quarterback.
Nope.
What you got on this, brother?
Basically, just reiterating what you just said, dude. They got, defense. I believe we play them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what I'm saying, the defense is solid, but what I'm saying, without Rodgers, they're they're not going to win very many games. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is.
Trav, I saw something that kind of got my wheel spinning a little bit. You have to go ahead and cut ties now. You have to go ahead and make a trade because you don't have to wait. See, people don't know you don't have to wait to the deadline. That's deadline mean you can't make no more. If I am that front office, I'm not even worried. I don't want to hear about old Aaron talking about, hey, I'll come back to play. Ain't no playoffs to this team. You got to win now. And I saw something, even though I'm always on this guy. But I saw something. Somebody's like, Bears need to go ahead and trade Fields to the Jets. And I was like, now, I'm not a big fan of Fields, but I think Fields is way better than what he's being utilized at the Bears.
True.
I just think the Bears is not it. But that kind of piqued me because, he's a type of quarterback that he does need a team that's got a solid defense. He can run the ball. He can do things. Sometimes this a change of teams may help. But what I'm getting at, I'm not saying solely him, but I have no problem with the Jets did that. I just think the Jets need to do something.
Yeah, it's something.
Something. That's all.
Something hard. Yes, agreed.
Ooh. Hey, the Bills are back. 37, Commanders 3. Had that first loss, and then they have shaken things off. Missed the turnover. Allen had 218 yards, 1 turnover, 1 interception, basically 1 TD. James Cook, 98 yards on the ground. Stephon Diggs, 111 yards from receiving. Sam Howell, 4 interceptions. Now, this is the guy, when he beat Dallas last year, when Dallas really didn't need the game. Everybody like, he's the next coming. Yay. Yeah, he's the next coming, all right. 4 interceptions. This is one of the games that you just tear up the tape. It really doesn't matter. Great win for the Bills. The Bills travel. They do whatever. Commanders was undefeated. Everybody was just like, woo, 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 woo. I get it. That's great. The enemy was doing things, but Bills said, hey, here we are. And they took care of business.
Yeah, as they should. Yeah, there's I like Allen. I think he's really good. I think he's a try hard though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's got the ability to throw 1 or 2 interceptions every game. That's just kind of the way he's built. But as long as most of them get into the end zone, or as long as they win the game, none of that really matters.
Right. 5-1, 5-2, 4-2. Yeah, ratio.
Make a difference, yeah, but he's definitely going to throw an interception probably every game.
Yeah, because he
like Brett Favre, you know what I mean?
Well,
good quarterback.
Because he takes chances. He's gonna he's gonna try to throw you open and all that kind of stuff. And like you said, as long as you win, as long as it ain't costing you. Yeah, we know that first game, a lot of stuff cost him in that one. But I mean, you got to live and die by it. But my thing is, don't hold him on a pedestal when other quarterbacks doing the same thing. Y'all trying to knock them out. I mean, that's my whole thing. Talent. But let's don't put him with Mahomes. That's all I got to say. It's only one player up there. You know what I'm saying? And that's him. Everybody else is just, a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Exactly.
Lions Tigers and Bears. Oh my! Lions defeat the Falcons 20-6. The Falcons was coming off, you know what I'm saying, a nice win, and the Lions, I think it was coming off a loss or something like that. But anyway, the Lions is back. They took care of business. My favorite quarterback, Jared Goff, 243 yards, one TD, one interception. Uh, he did his thing. He's gonna do his thing enough. St. Brown, 102 yards. Gibbs, I like that rookie, 80 yards on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He's nice. Um, Bijan Robinson, 33 yards on 10 carries. Desmond Ritter, 21 for 38, 201 yards. Kyle Pitts, I, to me, I just don't think Ritter's gonna be the one. I mean, I know he's from 502. I went to St. X. He may not be five. Kids become from Indiana and stuff. But anyway,
Right.
I just don't. I don't see it. I don't think he's got the arm talent. I think he. I could dink and dunk to Pitts and Jonah
Right.
Smith. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. I'm looking at your receivers. Your receiver had 2 catches for 31 yards. So I
Right.
mean, uh, the Lions, like we said before on the show, Campbell had those guys ready to run through brick wall. They was upset with the loss, and they was gonna take care of business, and they did.
For real, especially after beating the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? We won. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, that's always going to be disappointing. Um, I agree. But yeah, Lions got some really great players, and it's actually about time.
Hmm.
Um, they really got some great players. Like you said, the coaches, like, I mean, I've never put on a set of pads in my life. But when I saw him on the sideline, I was like, I'm gonna play some football. I was like, hold on, this dude makes me want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else, coach, they got their mouths covered calling the
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
He's out there sweating and yelling and got the veins in his neck. I was like, I want to play for that guy. You know what I mean? Really, no joke, man. So it's just like, the Lions are gonna be just fine this season, I think.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. News flash: there's not gonna be an undefeated team. I'm sorry. I mean, even if somebody puts up 90 points, it's not gonna be an undefeated team. I'm sorry. It's just not. But yeah, way to bounce back. Hey, I heard you, Packers. Go, Packs, go! 18, ain't 17. Everybody just knew the Aints was going to go ahead and take care of business, but the Packers said, we got something else for you. Love is, doing just enough. 259 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. They still was out but Aaron Jones didn't run the ball. He wasn't available. Dylan, methodical 33 yards. Jordan Love also had 39 yards on the ground and 1 TD. Derek Carr, a pedestrian, 13 for 18, 103 yards, 1 TD, and I think he got a concussion or something. I think they knocked him out. Winston came in 10 for 16, 101. This right here was a street fight at Lambeau. That's all
He
I
knew.
can say. Right, right.
Yeah, he knew.
Who had
Yeah,
who had the last rock? Apparently the Packers.
Packers. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's not much to say. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's street fight. Honestly, I expect a lot more from Carr. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and you know what to expect from Jameson, or James. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Packers played a good game.
Right, right, right. Big time. So hey, congratulations on that one. All right, let's go. Let's go. Next up, one of many upsets. Uh Titans 37, Jags 17. I want to apologize to the Jags. Duval County, I want to apologize to you guys because you guys was my surprise team. I mean, like playoff team. You can still get there. You guys are 1-2 and have not looked sharp at all. Does not look like the same team that ended the season on a roll. You added Mr. Ridley, who's a bad man, and it's not not doing. Hey, and hats off to Coach Ryan's getting his first win. C.J. Stroud, congratulations to you. 280 yards, 2 TDs, no interception. He did his thing. Tank Dell, another rookie, 5 catches, 145 yards, 1 TD. Trevor Lawrence, 27 for 40, 279 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. ETN, 88 yards. You know what? And the thing about it, let me see. Ingram, the tight end, had 67 yards. Kirk, 54. Calvin only had 40. To me, I don't know if Etienne is the back, man, because I think they got a lot of stuff. I think the offense is good as far as the receivers, and I think Trevor Lawrence is good. I just think they just missed that. I know he's a home run hitter as far as if he gets out, he's gone. But that's all I get from him. But, I mean, this is bigger than that. This is on the defense for the Jags. They was not good last year, and apparently they're not good this year, buddy.
Exactly. And what I mean, okay. Now I don't know the stats. You probably know better than I do.
Mhm.
But you have Calvin Ridley on your team. Why isn't he getting the football?
Thank you.
I don't understand this. You know what I mean?
3 catches. 3 catches. He has 7 targets. Man need double-figure targets every game.
Every game. What is the problem? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me now. Yes, the defense was jacked, but if you do not get this man the ball, you're not going to win very many games. And it just is what it is. This man he's
Special.
You're
He's special.
Yes, you're having special again. Yes. I feel that strongly about that. You know what I mean? He's very special. So if you're not trying to get him the ball, making plays to get him the ball, then what are we doing?
Right. Losing.
Yeah. This is terrible. It's
I mean,
terrible.
come on. It speaks for itself. Next game, let me go there. Next game, we have the Chargers get the first win of the season against the Vikings, who now 0-3. Mike Williams tore up his ACL, I think it was. He's done again. Every year he's hurt, and I hate that for him, but it is what it is. He is. Excuse me, Mr. Herbert. I love some Justin. Hey, 40 for 47, 405 yards, 3 TDs. Keenan Allen had a TD pass for 49 yards. They had no rushing game whatsoever. Ackler is hurt, which, for every fantasy person they know. Keenan Allen had, not only did he have a touchdown pass, Travis, 18 catches and 215 yards. Mike Williams, I don't know if he played it on it or whatever, but he had 7 catches, 121 yards, and 1 TD, and he's done for the season. Now, do you like that? Cousins, 367 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception. Madison, 93 yards. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 149 yards, 1 TD. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, that's what they do. You just can't let nobody else beat you. You let them get that and you do whatever, because their defense is not good at all.
Mm-mm. I was just happy to see Herbert not have that look on his face when they lose again, because he's always that same, I don't believe this just happened look on his face every time. And so I'm happy for him now, you know what I'm saying? And then plus it makes the division look a lot better. You know what I'm saying? It makes
I
it
like
look
that.
more competitive. So, yeah. I wish that, again, I think, Cousins, and I like those cats, but I'm glad the Chargers won, pretty frankly.
Well, I mean, they, for fantasy reasons, even though people don't like, Kirk going to throw for over 4,000 yards. He always do. You know what I'm saying? They may not win, but he's going to do that. Cousins, Geno Smith, 37, and the, Seahawks, and the Panthers, 27. A lot of points that was put up big time. Geno was trying to let everybody know that last year wasn't not fool's gold. He took care of business. He had 296 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Kenneth Walker, the third, had 97 yards, 2 TDs. Half man, half robot. DK Metcalf, that is. 6 catches, 112 yards. Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. Who knew? 361 yards, 2 TDs, and had 58 attempts. You talking about how to soak that arm.
Yeah.
And who knew? Mr. Thieleman, Thielen, 11 catches, 145 yards, 1 TD. Is Bryce? I guess Bryce Young is out, right? I mean, because Eddie
Yeah,
Dowd, what did he have
for
a
now,
concussion? Did he have a concussion or something
yeah,
too? Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, he's out. Yeah, it's it's Gino, man. Man. Okay, I think I don't. How can I put this and make it sound right? Gino, Gino should. I feel like there's something in the water in Seattle. I'll just put it to you like that. Gino got really good when he got there. Russell ain't been the same since he left. Now, granted, he's a little older. I get it.
right?
But he ain't been the same since he left. So something in the water up there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going on because you just don't become a second, third string backup. Then you start and all of a sudden you know what I'm saying? You're almost a world beater.
Right.
Yeah, it's a system. Something's going.
It's the Fisherman Wharf.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You go down there, they tossing that fish around, man, and some of that fish juice hit you, and it just brings back the joy of life because it wakes you up. Like, oh my
Right.
gosh! And I think it kind of got to the nose and woke him up, and hey, maybe that's Russell. They say you can always come back home, but I don't think you can go back home on that one. Good win, Seahawks.
Yes.
Speaking of good wins, Chiefs 41, Bears 10. Woo. Okay, let me unpack this. I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock and roll. For the winners, Patrick Mahomes, 272 yards, 3 TDs. Even Blaine Gabbert got in there and he tried to give away some points. 3 for 5, 2 interceptions. Pacheco, 62 rushing yards, 1 TD. Edwards Hare, 55 yards, 1 TD. Travis Kelce, 69 yards, 1 TD, and a very happy new girlfriend, new whatever she is, Taylor Swift. Everybody is partying. Everybody, I mean, it was a block party up in that suite. I
Yeah, it
mean,
was.
goodness gracious. For the Bears, Fields, 11 for 22, 99 yards, 1 TDs, 1 interception, 47 yards rushing. DJ Moore, another number one receiver, 3 catches, 41 yards, 1 TD. Go, Travis.
All right. So the Bears aren't good. We could just start there. The Bears are not that good. So with that being said, this is an expected win. You know what I mean? So I really feel like we still need to come up with a number one receiver.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't have that guy yet. You know what I mean? I mean, Kelsey's always the go to. I get that, but we still need a guy we can count on right now. You know what I mean? Sky Moore is close. I feel like now, this is probably just a fan of me talking. I feel like they should play Justin Ross a little more, and then when you do play him, actually throw him the football. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you probably catch it. You know what I'm saying? And one of those Blaine Gabbert interception was on Rashee Rice. You know what I'm saying? It was in his hands. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Office, you know what I'm saying? So we still don't have that guy. We're very young. We're probably one of the one of the youngest defenses in the league. You know what I'm saying? All our receivers are young. You know what I mean? The only thing that's been consistent is Mahomes and Kelsey.
Right.
And our defense is quietly playing quite well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know we're only 3 games in the season, but I think we haven't let a team score more than 13 points a game. On average. So we're quietly playing well on defense. Now that's probably has a lot to do with the defensive front. You know what I mean? I'm still, you know what I mean? McDuffie's playing better. Our backs are playing a lot better. But I still, that front line and Bolton and some of the linebackers, I think are more effective. Because I think once that ball gets in the air, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like,
He's stupid.
this might be called.
He's
I
stupid.
mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But pass interference, something's getting ready to happen. You know what I mean? But I'm happy with the win, but still have a long way to go.
I would love to say that. When you win, it's good to say that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everybody knows the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: what are you willing to give up to get a number one? Like, you guys can get a number one because there's plenty of teams before that deadline is going to be depth. And you know what? It's different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say, hey, man, okay, you may have 2 or 3 4th-round picks, some comp picks, and be like, hey, we ain't going to get this person. Go and get that 4th round. Now, up to you to manage and see what's on that contract. You know what I'm saying? That's always a big deal. But, I mean, you know, you could definitely get that done. And, I mean, I would love this out of selfish reason, you know what I'm saying, as a fan of football, fan of NFL, I would love to see him, what that looks like. Because we know his number one receiver is Kelsey. But as far as a receiver, WR1, receiver 1, I would love to see that, what that looks like.
Yeah.
You know.
You and I both. You and I both. But I don't think they would give up anything. There's too many people got paid now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that want money. You know what I mean? So it's up to them if they're going to pay, you know what I'm saying, if they're going to give it to him. I mean, you know, obviously Chris Jones is going to come back. He's going to want some more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had to restructure Patrick's contract. You know what I mean? So there's going to be other people that want to get paid. Luckily, like I said, we're still young enough we still got a couple more years or so before other people are going to ask for money.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, I don't think we would give up anybody at this particular time. I think they'll just do the offense is going to kind of do what they did with the defense last year, stay young, and hopefully that Mahomes stays healthy enough to, you know what I'm saying, just to spread it around good enough to keep getting wins.
That's true. That's true. All right, let me get this one out the way. Cardinals 28, the Cowboys 16. You know, watching this game, man, even the first quarter, the first drive, when I see Dobbs out there, the quarterback, and, you know, dude only had the playbook for 3 weeks type stuff, and, you know, they drove it down the field and kicked the field goal, and I was like, the defense didn't stop the run. Okay. Second drive, touchdown. I mean, it was just all over the place. Like the defense, like for instance, last time I checked, I understand that Trayvon Diggs got hurt. That's a DB. Now those are very important. We know that, but that's a DB. He takes gambles. He does that shit. I love him. I love him to death. But he ain't stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stopping the run. You letting Connors run all over you. You let Dobbs have too much time. You know, talking about drinking your own Kool-Aid. Like, hey, we're gonna have the best deep. You know, and I've seen it. I seen our partner Kendrick, like he said. You know, don't get too hyped. Don't do all this. Like, for instance, it's a marathon. Right. You know, but you'd like to see progression. You'd like to see the defense show up, and the defense did not show up at all. And I gotta give credit to Cannon, whatever, the ex Louisville Cardinal, also, you know, Philadelphia defense. You know, he picked up on some of the offense that Philly runs, and they was run. You know, Rondell Moore, Trinity. You got him in the backfield, and as soon as he get that angle, he's got like this different stuff. And then on this offense, I would say this, and I said it last week, that this offense, kind of like I said earlier about, I forgot who that was, Lamar, it's not going to be clicking until like week 7, week 8. This is because this is a whole new offense. And you got a quarterback who has felt pressure to try to win games on his own with his arm. Well, it's a problem when you don't have an arm. I mean, yeah, you know, he's a top 15 quarterback. You know what I'm saying? 10 to 15 range type stuff. But he ain't winning no games with his arm. And the problem is he's trying to force a circle and a square peg. You know, it's 3 defenders and there's one little dude. Dude by 5'2", you're trying to throw to. Like, that don't make sense. Like, that make it make sense. And it's like the reason why McCarthy's like, I'm calling the plays because I'm trying to get in your ear. No, that's not what you do. This is not how we're going to win. You can't win it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Will the offense be right? The offense will be okay. Dallas will score up 27 points. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever. They'll get in the end zone. I like the kicker. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of plays in this game that McCarthy should have kicked the field goal. He went for it, you know, trying to spark the life of the offense. It didn't work. If you did it, you only been down 21-19 and, you know, later on in the game, but you didn't. But my problem is the Russian defense, you know. we all know Parsons gonna do what he needs to do, running around and stuff like that. But to me, as a defensive minded person, where are your linebackers at? Where's the Wolf or whatever the hell you want to call his name, Vander, whatever that dude's name is, and then Clark. I like him, but you need some linebackers to be able to fill it hole because as you doing all these blitzing stunts, if you don't get there, and I can do a delay handoff, I can do whatever, man. These linebackers ain't covered. I'm okay with the back end, even without Diggs. I'm okay with the line. My concern has been for a couple of years now is the linebackers. And so until you short it up, you're going to have another game like this. You're going to have some stinkers, and you had a stinker. And don't get in there talking all that stuff. 2-0, we're going to be and I get it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But this is a marathon. And you got to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, ain't nobody going to be undefeated. Everybody's going to lose. But this is a bad loss. 12-point favorite. You can at least get out of there with a 3-point win because Cardinals been beating everybody into the fourth quarter the first two games. So this ain't nothing new, but you can't go on the road with half the stadiums full with Cowboys fans and you lay an egg, man. I mean, it is what it is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much said it all. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can say that's gonna, You pretty much said it all. I watched that game as I was watching the Chiefs game, and we got to picking on Clark a little bit,
Right.
But again, like you said, you got a quarterback that I think would do a lot better if he used his feet more. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. He wants to stand in the pocket, but you got to get.
You can roll him out. Yeah, you can roll him out.
Get him to do something. He can throw on the rock. Just
right.
Get him to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Just roll him out and all this kind of stuff. Because my thing is, ever since that foot, he probably scared to run, but he has done stuff. But and then it comes a time when is this your quarterback? Really? Let's don't just look at this elephant in the room. You don't go ahead and trade for Trey Lance. I'm not saying he's going to be it this year, but you got to like his talent. And you probably thinking with the West Coast offense, they always want West Coast offense. You always want a quarterback that can move.
Right.
And exactly. Trey Lance fits that. And so don't be surprised. I'm not saying this year, but it's going to heat up. They're going to have to make a decision what they want to do. Exactly. Steelers 23, the Raiders 18. Steelers took care of business on the road. It sounded like another game that sounded like a home. Let's put it this way. The worst thing the Raiders could have did is went to Vegas because everybody's circling on the calendar. I'm going to this game. And this is everybody, not just the Steelers. This is everybody. Good win for them. Almost kind of collapsed in the fourth quarter. Let's just put it that way. Kenny Pickett, 235. 2 TDs. I'm just used to him doing interceptions. I apologize. Najee Harris, 65 yards. I don't know what we're getting out of him. Pickens, 75 yards. Jimmy G, one of the worst quarterbacks, 324, 2 TDs, 3 interceptions, and has been ruled in the concussion protocol, even though he played the whole game. Jacobs, only 62 yards. Devontae Adams, 13 catches, 172 yards, 2 TDs. This goes back how we say Ridley. You got to feed him. You got to feed him. You got to feed him. Let me see. Real quick on that defense, let me go. Mr. T.J. Watts had 2 let me see. He had 2 sacks. They had 4 sacks as a team. It's the Raiders, man. Hey, still a good win on the road.
Agreed. Yeah, it's the Raiders. That's all you can say. The minute they put Jimmy G back there, I was like, it didn't get any better. It didn't get any better at all, and I feel really bad for Devontae Adams right now because primarily I think he went there honestly to be with his buddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Carr left, and now he's left with these guys now. You know what I'm saying? You better believe when they get in these huddles, throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. You know what I mean? And yeah, right now, this play, I don't care how many people on me, throw me the ball. That's what he has to do.
Right.
That's what he has. But yeah, I really feel bad for him. But again, It's the Raiders.
Right, we
I
can't.
like, the Steelers have a really good culture, and I like the way. You know what I'm saying? I like the way
They are culture. That culture is not going to win a Super Bowl this year, but they got culture. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
not going to win the Super Bowl next year either. But I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I mean, that's why he's there. You know, the culture.
Exactly.
Harris got to give you more. You got to get more out of Najee Harris. I don't want to hear about Warren. We got Warren. Yeah, y'all, man, Warren is a backup running back, and if he dethrones Harris, then that's a serious issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
this guy's got experience.
Right. Real quick before we get off here, the Eagles is playing right now. They're up 20-3 over the Bucks and Baker Mayfield. Did you think any different?
Probably not.
Rams at the Bengals. Rams is up 6-3 and they boring snore fest in the second quarter. The Eagles and Bucks is in the third quarter. It is what it is. The Bengals need to win this one. Don't be 0-3. You can't lose to the Rams, who has no names pretty much as your receivers and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. 2-2, yeah, 2-2. Don't mess with my 2-2. You know how they say, big time, but it is what it is. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Trav for going ahead and enlightening us with everything that he bestows in us. And thank you for letting us know about what we can do with to get some computers and everything, Macware. And thank you. What do you say?
Say Tech Restore, holla at me.
That's right. Hey, y'all heard him. Look it up. You know where it's at. Thank you guys for joining us. Tomorrow, I think I have a principal on the show tomorrow. I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. All right, holla at you guys. Peace.
Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Crease. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.